So I've gone to the dark side once again. I'm using my worst nemesis today, Wo-Chein. Wo-Chein. Yeah, so this is a team passed to me by Storm. It's probably outdated as hell. You gave it to me in February. But they're literally, I don't know if it's just a matter of people are just not playing as much OU as before, but I mean, I looked at Joey's wall, like no teams being posted, no OU teams on mine, and I haven't gotten an OU paste in forever. I'm like, where are the OU teams at? So if I wasn't building, we'd be shit out of luck right now. But anyway, thankfully we're not shit out of luck. In fact, going to shit on this guy's face. No. Well, maybe. But I said that because my Dragapult and my two dragons, my banded dragon and my specs dragon. I'm actually modest specs. It won't hurt me or help me here. It'll help me here, as the worm can't do worm things unless it's booster speed. If that's the case, booster speed versus my Dirgy. I could win this game in a couple different ways. Tusk is really problematic for him to switch into. So is my bird. But my bird's probably weak. There are a couple ways we can go about it, but let's break down how am I planning to win? No, how could he win? What am I weak to on his team? Moth to an extent, depends. Gambit to an extent, it depends. So phase 1 is gonna involve bird, right? I figured he might Tusk. The upside of this is that he doesn't have flying resist, and I naturally wall him. Like just anybody being flying type naturally walls Tusk. That doesn't bring to Sash. I think he is okay. I'm naturally faster than Tusk as well. So Tusk is gone, which means literally when I click that banded combat closeness, it's a wrap. Now I went Dragapult because it forces in particular mons, right? My bird is super low. If he goes to Roaring Moon, so he backs Calabers, which is a throw. Ice Shard wouldn't kill me. I'll Terra Ghost. Terra would mean that I can't Terra. If I Terra Ghost, I kill this. He hasn't Terra'd yet. This could be Terra Fairy. I've seen that. I mean, that would make sense, right? You're Terra Fairying, which is why you went to Excalibur. Certainly your setup. So let's say it's Terra Fairy, and I Draco. I get nothing out of the turn. If he's banded in Ice Shard, he could kill me, but then I have him because he's banded. If I don't, then what would I go to though? That's my thing. And Terra Ghost back, so you can tell this thing is old. And Terra Ground, so it's actually at the Tusk since it's supposed to be ground. That's kind of helpful here. Terra Fairy. Glaive Rush. So what I may be able to do is gonna his Terra Fire, which I would have destroyed him. A Dragon Dance, which I expected. The reason that's not the biggest deal in the world is because one, he has to attack me here, but I also have Ice Shard and I have a Scarf. Unless this has so let's see, Wo-Chein is trash in this game. Oh, shocker. Let me drop that attack real quick. I die, which I expected to. Well, I think more importantly, him being fire, I expected him to be something other than fire. Fire is an issue. It depends, man. It depends, because now he's Terra'd, which means Tusk just bodies him with a rapid spin. So I'll go to, this does hurt my Moth, but my Excalibur and my, like if it's booster, because Torch Song won't knock him out unless he's Glaive Rush. Shit, I could have Torch Song there, but as I said, one, he has to Glaive Rush again, but two, if he's Glaive Rush, that means he probably does have Ice Shard. He has to Glaive Rush there, which means Dirge. Dirge. Do I keep Dirge over the bird? Which means he has to Glaive Rush again. Which would mean Shard should kill him. It's hard to say. If it doesn't, I'm in a bind. Because I know it does double the damage, which is the equivalent of neutral. So it could go Worm, but I don't think Worm's taking 2 shards. Plus I can go back to Pult, which you don't want. You don't want the Pult smoke. So it goes to Moth and is speed boosting. Which means it probably has something else for me. What is it? Is it Dazzling Gleam? Speed boosting. My Pult can't 2KO this, but I'm Ghost type. I need to do enough to wear Shadow Ball plus Ice Shard and then Tusk. I need Baxcalibur alive. Baxcalibur can't get one shot though. I can go back to backs actually. So it's Sludge Waves. It's hard to say if this, because I can go back to Baxcalibur and one hit KO him with Glaive. Let's see if he has anything to touch me outside of Sludge Wave. I mean, he used Sludge Wave, so I'd assume not. But Pult wouldn't KO him. Pult is not that important, but I don't want to Ice Shard lock. But at the same time, so he goes Hard Worm, which is a mistake, because that gives me the spin. Yeah, you're done. You're done. You thought I wasn't CC, which would have made this a good play, but I am offensive Tusk. He could go, if he's booster speed Roaring Moon, there's hope, but he's probably not. He's probably booster attack. Even if he's booster speed, I'll just switch my sack my Pult and go to backs, because the problem is he can't stop Tusk from spinning, and he's used all his booster. Yeah, it's attack. Give me that. Yeah. So I figured Tusk would be an issue. I just needed his Tusk on, hence the trade-off or potential trade-off that I was willing to make versus his bird. It's interesting, which is the bird, which is interesting that he spun, because if I was banded like he was expected, because that's what the spin would cover, right? He may have just straight up died. Oh, BB did 70. Actually, yeah, he probably would have died. I don't know if he was Sash. I don't think you're taking 78 if you're Sash. No HP, no defense. Either way, we move on. Wo-Chein really held it down for us there. Critical sack. So we're in this once again. Boy, has it's interesting to see that the metagame shifts. Fucking Tinglu is having some usage at the very least. I think we faced one yesterday as well. No flying resist. So Le Bird. Actually being Terra Ground here is useful. Can Terra and body that Among Us. He's really feeling himself, you know what I'm saying? This bad boy is a monster. He has no Baxcalibur switch in. What's Wo-Chein doing? Can Wo-Chein wall somebody? Can try to wall Among Us, I suppose. Knock side him off, I suppose. But yeah, based on the structure of his team and this horrible lead, I'm not supposed to be Icicle Spear. I didn't realize that until I oh my god. You already know you already know I'm getting 2 hits maximal 2 hits. Yeah. Icicle Crash, that's a dead fucking Valiant. Jeez, that's a real bummer. That is a real bummer. That's a very big deal. I did not know I was Icicle Spear. If I got 4 hits, it was over. But as I said, there's just no way. Now, I guess I go to Wo-Chein and scout to see what kind of item he is. Spirit Breaks, and that's probably banded. I mean, you're doing 42 to me. I know that's super effective stab, and this guy's actually good attack. But let's say it's not. If it's not, then he would pivot to who. If it is, the bird covers every pivot he could make. I'd assume maybe potentially maybe Amoonguss. This not being booster is good data. Oh wow, I did not expect. Literally when I clicked it, I was like, but he could just Spirit Break again potentially, couldn't he? Like I literally as I clicked it, I was like, well, yeah. But hey, I should have checked for Icicle Crash because this should be a wash. I didn't consider him just clicking Spirit Break again, which wouldn't have been bad for me. But it is what it is. So we'll go Dirge, then double the Excalibur here because I have to. Him seeing Icicle Spear here makes things not as great. I could one-shot his Tinglu probably. Assuming I use, well, I mean, you have to leave it in. At the very least, he can't go Valiant because it dies. But what I'm looking at here is a potential Dirge sweep. Dirge can sweep him if I play well. So it goes Moth. Depending on how many hits I get 3. So I'll leave it in. Sludge Wave likely coming here, but Moth being gone. What? Oh my god, bro. He specs overheat. I am not having the best day with this fucking particular matchup. Now it's still far from lost, but the odds of it being specs overheat, like that's just very, very improbable. And improbable is what he needed. So obviously we're gonna get some U-turn damage on Tinglu and we're staring it down. I guess it makes things more interesting for y'all, right? How does Jam get himself out of these situations? So it leaves. Well, shit. I can't go fucking. I can't go. I can go Dirge. Dirge will eat it, but then he's gonna get the free Tinglu switch. I suppose that's better than losing my. I was hoping he'd switch out there into Tinglu, which he read well. Fairly low risk play if he's like, okay, well, I'll just give up the Moth anyway, because that's what he was doing. Yeah, having Icicle Crash here, very different game. But I sacked 2 Mons, essentially. Well, more so the Flamingo. I didn't think Moth had anything that could one-shot my Excalibur, so I don't regret that play. I wouldn't have done anything different there, especially because some of them are running Dazzling Gleam and such. I've never seen a Specs. I think we did face a Specs Moth the other day, so now that I have that in my data bank, that won't work twice. That's the beauty of it, man. And I think what's more interesting is, like, we're still so in this game. It's not even funny. Like I am far from over. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know we can go two Mons versus 6. I still see the gaps in your team. I still see the openings. So Tinglu, I mean, it could double back to Moth. It's just not super relevant or valuable. I need rocks though. If I spin, Amoonguss should come in. Could headlong rush straight up, but yeah, Amoonguss comes in, which is gonna sludge bomb. It's the nature of his plays thus far. He's sludge bombing 100%, but I need to go Wo-Chein to beat this guy down. I actually did Spore, so he's not concerned about my Wo-Chein. So give me that item, Mr. Helmet. That's perfect. Because he's just like, okay, I'll just sludge bomb you next turn. That's fine. I'll protect first. Actually, I'll protect into Dragapult. I'll get poisoned there, which matters a lot, but it is what it is. So now things are gonna get interesting. So I'll have to. Why did he leave the Among? This guy is so bad. This guy is so bad. If I killed his Amoonguss there, my Great Tusk was finna have lunch. Alas. Okay. Okay, I know what I can do. Because bro is very bad. Very bad player. Very bad player indeed. This now I'd like to keep Wo-Chein. I'll just Ruination then. I can't keep it. I don't want to risk Tusk getting I don't want to risk Tusk. So I'm gonna get some damage on his Tusk here. He might leave it in thinking I'm gonna Rapid Spin. The problem is that his Tusk is going to, yeah, he does leave it in. So there is hope. All I need him to do is give me his Tusk. But how is he gonna do that? I'd have to go pull here. Should just EQ. Spin would be a bad play. Spin would be an awful play. Should just EQ. That would knock me out. I'd go dirge. Because what I'm also looking at is potentially trying to dirge sweep. Problem is that he has solutions. At least some. Let's see if I can get him to throw. Maybe he'll leave this in. Should be faster than me, but I just need the damage. Doesn't matter which one I do. So yeah, ideally, my ideal situation here is that he knocks, and then so he goes Tinglu as he should. But this is fine. It's not perfect. It's not like perfection, you know, but it's not horrible. Cause he should. Oh, he ruination shit. See, the way he's playing, I don't think I can come. I can. What would I need for him to do? I need for him to go hard tusk here on a headlong rush. Terra ground, but that's not gonna do any damage. If I spin and he goes tusk. If I Terra water, that's not gonna work. Skeledirge can't win it by itself. Spinning is irrelevant. Yeah, I'll just have to hit it still. Yeah, it's not doing any damage. Okay then. Yeah, that's game. Not a game. Because I need to spin and take this hit and all that stuff, which isn't happening. So we'll just torch on here. He shouldn't switch because he should expect to be slower than me. Well, maybe he'll think he's faster than me. I mean, he's slower than me. Yeah. So if that's the case, now I can. Well, I guess his backs might not be banded, right? I'm assuming it is, which is why I'm playing like this. Somehow I have to take damage and nice shard. So if it's not banded, what could I do? I could Terra ground headlong rush into his tusk coming in. There's no point in headlong rushing. I'll have to not that turn. I'll do it here. I'll have to take a EQ. If he has priority on the backs, then I just lose. I've accepted my fate. But I played pretty shitly here. More so with the bird. The bird was very good. So I need a crit here. So yeah, did not get it. So basically, I would have won there. Well, the problem also is that Tinglu would not die to CC most likely. Tinglu took a life orb adamant CC from my Luke, and I'm sure that didn't have defense investment. So yeah, that was just poor playing on my end. I don't know why I didn't consider him just leaving it in, and it would have been so great if I just leech seeded his Valiant too, since I had Protect, and I would have known a little bit more information as far as like, okay, he went for Spirit Break again as opposed to CCing, so that means he's very likely choiced, and then I could have navigated as such while keeping the blue cheese. So let's tighten up there. Now we have Icicle Crash, so I have consistency. Couple ways we could skin this cat here. People comment, yo, a lot of cats were skinned in this video. Because I don't remember the things I say as I'm recording. So sometimes I'll get a comment and then I'm like, what is he talking about? And then I'll watch, or he'll have a timestamp and then I'm like, oh, that's funny. I don't remember that at all. Complete impromptu here. Dryer is very dangerous, but his Hydreigon is as well, and arguably more dangerous than mine. I don't know. That flamethrower goes. That was the sound of power, by the way. Why do I sense another bad lead by this opponent? Meaning they're going to lead back sweep. But my biggest fear is the Valiant. They don't guard well against Valiant. So phase 1 is going to evolve. Yep, I told you he was going to lead back sweep. Your turn, because I don't think Brave Bird would one shot unless I Terra. I'm terrifying though. If I Terra flying, if I Brave Birded and he leaves this in, I would get enough. Damn, how relevant is it to beat down Among Us? This was such a bad lead by him. Like if I was a banded bird, now there's a shot I kill him, depending on the spread. But okay, I actually did go Gambit. I did not expect that. I knew he'd switch, but I didn't think Gambit. But I mean, he doesn't have a flying resist, so it makes sense. But I didn't expect Gambit. It's lefty's Gambino. But I have 2 ghost types, so the Great Tusk is gonna be shook. No, he's gonna knock here, which positions Wo-Chein for success. I'll be a bit more aggressive in this. He could double knock. I doubt it, because Wo-Chein is such an annoying thing. As he pivots to Gambino, has to sucker. Or he doesn't have to. He will, but he doesn't have to. Always Tusk. Okay, I don't get that Among Us switch, considering I could have pivoted to pole there. Let's see how much left John does. He double spores, so he's expecting my pole pivot. I'm not taking any risks that are gonna lose me the game. Bro really switched Among Us in on the Dragapult. I know Dragapult sometimes doesn't run flamethrower in these modern times, but like, then again, I'm the guy who switched my Flamigo in on a fucking but that was just like complete brain fart. It wasn't even like I completely brain farted on him just attacking with the same move again. That was just bad playing. I think bro really thought Among Us wall Dragapult for a second. There's a difference. It's a difference. But yeah, let's go to the very important Wo-Chein that's been saving our lives. Whoa. I didn't mean, oh yo, that was a pun, but I didn't do that on purpose. I said whoa, like whoa, we actually made a play because he was expecting Scarlet. So if he predicted, he's likely choiced. Like if he needed to predict, I'm very surprised he keeps going Gambit versus Wo. Ruination twice. Oh, you thought, Brody. Wo-Chein's pissing you off, isn't he? He's pissing you off. He's pissing you off. Good tech tier, but I doubt, even if he had the did I show tech? I have not. Valiant. Wo-Chein. Oh my. Oh my. I lost my lefties. Is it worth taking the damage? This is actually not that great versus him. I do want to see what item it is. Wow. Specs as fuck. Should hard search out, but even if he does, because now it's getting to the point where he's about to be tusked. Well, I don't have anything for Dragonite, so that's not true. Let me think this through. Can't guard against Excalibur at all. What would be the logical player if he were to pivot? Say just Moonblast again, which is the wise decision. He specs. So if I go on it, if I go, actually go Flamigo here. Him going to Gambit is not bad for me. I do actually kind of want. It was reckless as hell to go Gambit hard on my Flamigo, but he was very confident he'd take the hit. Well, he's likely doubling to Valiant here. I'm tempted to BB again. The reason being is this is his only ice resist, and I'd get the free switch into Tusk, which would allow me to Rabbit Spin, and Tusk is a huge issue. So I'm actually gonna Brave Bird again. If he Iron Head, so be it. Falling one Iron Head definitely knock me out. Yeah. But as I said, I get the free switch into Tusk. I don't know if I'll Terra this. Terra would be Terra Dragon otherwise. Or Terra Watering my Skeledirge. Skeledirge is decent. So he leaves it into Iron Head. Okay, it's good to know. Okay. Is he sacking Gamma? Say like Jesus, and he's Bandit Knight, so that's good for us. That's very good. Outrage. That's very good because this Tusk batters him. His Gambit is still alive, which isn't ideal. Bolt is good, but can only Dragon move lock. I'll give him pull. If he extreme speeds, kudos. But I figured he'd outrage, likely outrage. Yeah, which is good for us because now that means, well, we'll see. If I shard, nah, it's better to crash. I guess I could have missed, but I still have Terra on this. It just depends on what he does. If I sharded, because I know he's gonna Valiant. If he Shadow Ball locks with Valiant, it won't kill Dirge. Don't need Dirge to be alive. Moonblast, excellent. My qualm is the fucking Hydreigon, you know. If I double back to backs and he stays in, I'm done. It depends on what his Hydreigon set is. If I Terra this, he's what, gonna Draco spam? Kinda need my Terra Ground for his Tusk to kill that. If he switches to Dragon, then I have to Ice Shard lock, which isn't ideal. Actually, might have to double switch here. And then Ice Shard the Hydreigon. Goes Tusk. Did not expect that. If I crash, well, it's probably a speed type, truth be told. If I crash, it's better to shard. Did he Terra yet? He hasn't Terra yet, has he? No, he hasn't. It's better to shard. Especially because I have Terra in hand. His Tusk being gone matters a bit, but my Tusk can't set up. It can't spin other than unless it's versus. But I can CC. It's close because again he hasn't Terra'd yet, so it could be Terra Steel Hydreigon, which is likely the case. Which is part of the reason why I want to save my Excalibur. So if he went straight Hydreigon, then it's likely Terra Steel. The question is it Terra Steel Draco? If that's the case, if he Terra Steals this now, then my Skeledirge is super effective. Flash Cannons. Usually the Flash Cannon sets do not have an additional. We'll see. We'll see. I get 2 Dracos. Okay, so he's... Actually, I misplayed there. I should have went Tusk here. I spun... I don't know. It could have been... it's tough. He's gonna Dark Pulse. It's funny how it's Terra Fairy. He's gonna Dark Pulse, but Moonblast's gonna do a lot. So I gotta the Dark Pulse as I slack off, then I Torch Song. Yeah, Dark Pulse isn't doing shit. That's good. Please do not hacks. Thank you. Alright, so I'm outside of the range of Valiant, which is the big deal. So if he goes to Gambit first, one, he's lefty side out. If he goes Gambit first, this is a prediction because if I go hard Tusk, you lose. If I sub, if I Torch Song straight up. See Katau's. Let's see. I thought he'd Iron Head. He'd need the Iron Head into Sucker. I mean, he could Iron Head. I think that's the only way you're winning. Or he could try to double to Valiant. He does Ironhead. Good play. I don't think I'm in sucker range, so I should be good. I didn't think I would be because I Tusk natural bulk. So he should go Valiant here. Headlong rut. 28%. I doubt Tusk's natural bulk is allowing him to die at 28%. And what I don't want to do is Rocks as he goes Valiant. But that was a good Ironhead though. If Ironhead did 48, Sucker, no way is killing me. Yeah, no way. Because it's not even, if we were to just half that, Sucker isn't as strong as Ironhead, but if we were just half that, it wouldn't do it. So yeah, we just Headlong rush. So now it's going to come down to, well, Valiant is, I'm not a fire type anymore, so he might survive. Probably get 2 AK. Let me see how this does. Crit. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm curious of that calc though. Well, that's that, right? He's like, okay, well, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just gonna crit you. Skeledirge isn't the strongest thing in the world. Strongest thing in the world. But Valiant is super low SPDF. So let's see. Yeah, I would have lost anyway. He was too high on health. Fairy, Moonblast, Terrad. Well, this is with 233 SPDF. So let's say Fairy, right? Whatever. Moonblast 53 to 63. I don't think we were winning that anyway. What was my Skeledirge? It's a lot of SPDF, a lot more than that, I think. Oh, it's max. So let's see what that looks like. Nope. Where are counts? Somewhere in here. Yep. Let's see what max looks like. Maybe I could have eaten that. So Moonblast doing 40. I'm still doing about half. So I was never slacking off beating that. I think my play then was to. No, I could have outplayed the Gambit. Like it's Iron-Headed, which is what I thought it would do. If he suckered and I went Tusk, I'd get the opportunity to spin and beat him. If I just stayed in and attacked, I would have won because that Torch Song boost would kill his Valiant. So yeah, it came down to a play. He made the risk and it paid off. So good game. I enjoyed because the crit didn't end up mattering with the calc. What did I have a turn where it's like maybe risking. I think I didn't respect the Valiant enough in the end game. I gave away my faster mons. And didn't respect how powerful the Moonblast could be, so that's a mistake. More so in conjunction with Hydreigon, because it wouldn't have mattered if I kept Skeledirge on Terrad, but the fact that I had the Terra versus his Hydreigon, then that threw things off. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.